Hey guys, welcome back to my Fallout 4 Sim Settlements Forever playthrough. So, I made a little change. I had to uninstall Dogmeat True Companion. Turns out that was indeed the mod that was making every dog in the Commonwealth my mortal enemy and throat ripper, and disabling that instantly, the federal ration stockpile got substantially easier. Also, it turns out that during all of my deaths and saves and my time back at settlements, when I came back, that berserker, that high-level legendary despawned or was replaced by a generic NPC. So I think this is going to go a lot better for us. So while I make my way over there, I'm going to talk about the mods I have installed this week. So I installed Stumble Upon Interiors, which was suggested by Gray Ribbon. I installed DKS 501 Sniper Rifle, which was suggested by Whiskey Jack. Wait Anywhere, suggested by Bowen 324. I installed a manual for turrets by Demon Man Key Man. Unfortunately, I didn't find that before. I already built a couple of turrets, but that's all right. We just won't build any more until after we find it. And then we have, let's see here, True Frag, suggested by Luminox. We've got a Wasteland Import, suggested by Civ Monopolis. Better Locational Damage, was suggested by a bunch of you, but the first person I found was Mr. Legtastic. Super Mutant Redux, suggested by King Cooper. And then South of the Sea, suggested by William Hollick. So lots of cool mods, and hopefully we'll see some of their content today coming into effect here. But first we got to survive the federal ration stockpile so we can move forward with our little raider quest here. Jet up! Yes! Oh, the over-the-top super violence. A bit of the old ultra violence. Uh-oh. Left another turret alive. Oh, I let you get that power armor that time. That was in my test earlier. I had managed to kill that raider before they grabbed that power armor, and I was running around here in an extra suit, which was pretty cool. But let's see here. Yep, the old Lear with the sometimes stun is pretty badass. I have a mod installed for a weapon that I hope to find as my anti-power armor and turret weapon, which is the Magnum revolver. I think that's what it's called. It looks pretty sweet. I haven't actually played with it yet, but I've got that installed. I'm hoping to find that because I don't want to use all these laser weapons. They feel very anti-raidery, and I'm definitely going for raider. I do think I'm gonna go probably raider power armor just because I love playing melee. It's just such a trip that I found a wrench weapon right away to go with my new Sturgisy look. Let's see here. Oh, you need to die. Woo! Bye-bye, head. All right, there's somebody else around here somewhere. But yeah, power armor plus wrench. Seems like that might be where it's at. Oh, there we go, Dogmeat. That's the other thing about uninstalling Dogmeat True Companion. I'm actually glad I did. Is Dogmeat was feeling pretty overpowered. He was just like walking up and one-shotting everybody. Hey, we're busy. We're beating down your friend. Give us a break here. So I found out the grave robbers, I think, are from Scaver. I'm guessing based on the fact that it says Scaver before some of the items, but they are pretty sweet looking. I want to equip this shoulder piece here. I did off cam did some upgrading to some of my equipment because, as some of you guys pointed out, I was practically in nothing but overalls and a sea captain's hat, which not the best way to go in melee. So upgraded some of my gear, put some more pieces of armor on. I still need a hat. I did give away my sea captain's hat to Old Man Jenkins. It seemed only appropriate given that he is not only in charge of our water facilities, but also apparently has a love for the sea with his home choice. So we gave him the captain's hat. It made sense. Ooh, a service rifle. This is another mod added weapon from Fallout days of yore. I'm loving those mods. I love you guys found a few I hadn't found, and I installed those. I'm very much looking forward to giving those a play, but don't have enough ammo, so probably gonna stick with some of the chintzier stuff for now. Oh, that's weird. My shoulder piece comes into frame when I'm reloading. Let me get to third person here. So yeah, some pretty cool stuff from from Scaver. Look at that, those bones on the arm. That is sweet looking. Love it. Love it for the Raider playthrough. I've quickly realized that my dreams of looting everything are going to have to be left behind given the way we develop this character, where I can't get local leader anytime soon to get salvage beacons up and running. Also, I just don't have enough time to play anymore to be the loot whore I like to be. So yeah, you know, gotta make some sacrifices. Oh, you want to play melee fights? Oh, you got me. Ooh, but you lost your whole body. Oh, that wasn't even just a dislocation. Just took you out. You too. Big Jim is brutal now. Oh yeah, I forgot we got this little lean around corner ability built right into Fallout 4. It took me forever to figure that out. That was actually in the game. Just not something I normally would have thought about being in a Fallout game. Very cool. Love it. Oh, booze. Gonna need all that for when we get to the campaign of taking on settlements. You all right, dog meat? All right. All right. Good deal. Oh, holy shit! I have 14 Molotov cocktails. That's gonna be fun, especially because I'm pretty sure this is all on fire around here. I think this is just fumes in the air. Hey, bud.
End of the line.
Meet Jim.
My arm.
Yeah, your arm. That's what he's supposed to do. Although I'm thinking there's probably some sort of so far I haven't seen enough limbs exploding since I've installed better locational damage. So I think it might conflict with my ooh, what's that? I want to check out these scaver armor pieces. These are pretty awesome. I think it might be conflicting with my mod that lets my limbs explode. What's the mod that was mod of the week? God, why can't I think of it? It's been my favorite mod. Oh, it's going to drive me nuts. Why can't I think of it? Live dismemberment. So I think there might be like some sort of configuration I have to do to make it work like the same way as live dismemberment. But so if any of you knows, let me know. But otherwise, I'll plan on. Oh, I already have one of those. I'll plan on looking at that between episodes because I love live dismemberment. Oh. Hey there. Whoa. Yikes. Oh no, taking on dog meat. I don't know why I thought I should take a turret with a wrench. That was maybe a mistake. Whoa! I don't think so. No! No! Yeah, now it feels silly that I was dying last time over and over again. Like, I wonder if some of the other mods that I installed also affected difficulty, or if this is just better locational damage. I don't know what it is, but everything just feels less spongy today, and it feels so much better. I'm feeling like a badass today compared to the death by dog over and over again. Dog meat, what are you doing? You idiot. There we go. All right, Jim, you're up. Oh, okay. The live dismemberment's working. Good job, dog meat. You ripped his arm off. Here you go, bud. You get it as a treat. Can I? Yep. Here, bud. Where'd you go? Num nums. That's for you. No. Oh my God, the same guy got me again. What is happening? Dog meat's just beating up a turret? That's cool. The turret doesn't know how to handle this motion detection. It's just gonna let itself get bit to death. Ooh, now's a chance to try out the new grenade weapon grenade mod we got. I think we got something that's supposed to add some what do you call it? Like shrapnel to these guys. Hey guys, try that out for me. Let me know how it goes. Oh good, it broke your leg. Well, that's a start. It must have worked a little. Now I know you guys have told me, a bunch of you told me about a backdoor I could take, but that's just not it's not the kinggath way of this playthrough. We're going in pipe wrench blazing. The number of deaths is irrelevant. Hey, you guys want to test this out for me? Let me know how that hurts. Well, it seems to work. Oh, and the wrench. Oh, jet, yes. Yellow paint. I don't know what we're going to use it for, but we're taking it. I think we're getting close to the end. Ooh, yeah, yep, there's our target. Whoa, whoa. Hey, double turrets. Did not mean to walk into that. Arm off. Oh, I got the wrong arm. Oh, that's okay. That worked out for everybody. Well, mostly me. Hey, can you play with that for a minute? I got something. And this shotgun did a number on the last one. There we go. Man, I'm ripping through these stim packs. I'm going to slow it down. All right. You know what will help with this is, obviously, we got to take some jet. Yes. Oh, no. You ruined the jump. Way to go, kinggath, you king jerk. There we go. Oh, you're down an arm, and you're down a head. Return to jammer. Excellent. Hey, replacement jet. We're in business. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Treasures. Oh, that's it? That's it? I think it's settlement time.
Word out there is Ration Stockpile is having some roster problems. You wouldn't happen to have some good news for me, would you?
Yep. You're gonna have to give me something harder than that.
All in good time. The big stuff is coming. I promise. Tower Tom is the last asshole on the list. He's holed up in Beantown, across the river. He's far enough that we could probably just ignore him, but I know him. He'll move on both Corvega and Ration if we do nothing.
He can move on Ration. I got all the goodies out of there. There's nothing left. Hey, we can set a trap for him. Use that gas room I never set off. Boom. Bye-bye, Tower Tom. All right. Well, we'll get to that later. I think it's time to get back to Sanctuary. It's time for Mod of the Week. Now, this week's mod actually made its debut in last week's episode, but I didn't know what it was called at the time, and I think its real impact hit me today. So that mod is Recruitable Settlers. So in week 3, we ran into Old Man Jenkins, who's now our resident naval captain at Sanctuary. He's one of the many recruitable settlers in this mod. Now, the reason this is getting Mod of the Week is because of the way it changed my view of the rest of the game when I'm thinking about settlement stuff. So one of the complaints I've always had about Fallout 4 is the fact that the settlement gameplay and the rest of it felt so disjointed, and Recruitable Settlers makes a great stride toward connecting those two, because now all of a sudden, when I'm wandering around out in the Commonwealth, every time I see a friendly face, I think, oh, maybe that's another person I can send back to my settlements and enhance that part of my gameplay. So it makes it real exciting to run into random NPCs. So even when I just found like arbitrary adventurer, I thought for a second, oh cool, maybe that's a new settler that I haven't met yet from Recruitable Settlers. So even though it didn't turn out that that person was, just that feeling of excitement every time I see a friendly, that's a huge game changer. It changes the way I approach the rest of the game and makes me excited to get back to my settlements, and I love that interplay, and Recruitable Settlers brought that to the table. So definitely check out Recruitable Settlers. All right, all the murdering's done, so it's time for some more settlement gameplay. So I think we have a 7th settler, because I found another person hanging out in there. I think the HUD is just stuck a little bit. The HUD can definitely take a while to kind of catch up when you're bouncing around, fast traveling stuff. But while we were out and about killing enemy raiders, we had a couple upgrades. Farms are now upgraded a level, so we've got loads and loads of food, which is awesome, but that means we need some more defense. And I got to set up for the new people that rolled in. Yeah, so we got 7. It's showing correctly in the vanilla HUD. And it looks like one of them took over my bed again. And I don't remember. I must have set up. Let me see here. We've got 5 plots. Or there maybe is another bed somewhere I'm not aware of. Or does one of these plots have 2? I'm going to figure that out. So, oh wait, I set up that interior plot, didn't I? I think I maybe have set up an interior plot, like preparing. Yep. Oh, this one's cool. Who made this one? Let's check this out. Boiler Home by Ono. Okay, awesome. So that's from Scrappers. That's a really great looking plot. Love that one. Okay, so we've got one more plot to build so they can kick them off of my bed. We need some more defenses, and let me see if the mod's working. So I installed a mod called something with a turret, Manual for Turrets. And essentially, nope, okay, apparently it doesn't work. Either it's installed incorrectly, because I found out I installed another mod incorrectly. It's either installed incorrectly, totally possible, or it's just not working with my combination of mods. But the idea behind it, I really like. So I always thought it was ridiculous that you can just build these advanced, like essentially AI motion detection controlled or whatever turrets just from scrap. Like, that seems really absurd. So I liked the idea that there was, you had to learn how to make them. And so Demon Man K-Man suggested a mod to fix that, but it doesn't appear to be working for me. So I'll play around with that later. For now, we're going to just build. We got ourselves a new settler, so we're going to build a new martial plot. Let's see. I think we've got one over here already and one down there. So maybe we'll do something different. We need lots of defense, don't we? Yeah, because of all this food. And that's one of the reasons I have everything else stopped from upgrading, because just don't want to have to continuously add more defense. Although, let me see. Let me do the numbers here. So 13 food, 10 water. I need 18. Okay, so I actually have enough defense. So this is, again, I mentioned it last video, and I just haven't had the time to go through and bug hunt this. But the base of Sim Settlements is supposed to be food plus 1/2 water for it upgrade requirements. And since we actually don't want to upgrade anyway, our needs are all met for happiness sake. So in the vanilla system, you've just got to have all this for the vanilla system for happiness, which Sim Settlements doesn't edit the happiness formula. All of the meters up at the top, all of those icons, as long as those are in the green, your happiness will rise. So I think I'm gonna just leave defense as is, which then means we can build something more interesting. So happiness is on the rise. We're well toward 80, which is a good spot to be. So I think we're gonna work on some more of our advanced industrial stuff, because that's the fun stuff. I could also see getting into commercial, because commercial to me are some of the coolest looking buildings, like those, especially level 3 with those signs. Love the commercial stuff, but I really want to go through the tech tree, because I haven't done it forever as a player. Like I tend to just do it. I just know how it works, but and I'd like to show it to you guys on camera. So let's see here, to not just build everything in a boring little grid there. Let me see here. What do we want to build? So let me think about what the baselines are. So there's excavation pit, iron mine, community well, which we built that water one instead of the community well. Then there's lumber yard. Let's build a lumber yard, just because I really want to get to. We've got plenty of woods around here. It would make sense to have a lumber yard around here, and I really want to get the whole tree up and running at some point. So let's do that. We don't actually need anything in particular. Like, we're pretty much resource rich already, even though I haven't been looting a ton. And that's just due to, I think, the general imbalance of the game, but that's all right. All right, so like I mentioned before, we do have to have power right away. So let's get ourselves a power pole. Actually, let's use some of these Sim Settlements poles since we've got these in here. So we'll go over to the power. We don't use that monster. Let's use, what's one that matches the advanced industrial stuff here? So it's the one with the cross on it. There we go. So we'll plant one of these here, and we'll string some power over to our other industrial plot. All right, somebody already picked it up, and I've got longer power lines on, so I can build a little bit longer than vanilla. Oops, but I didn't select the building plan. Uh-oh. So that looks like it's going to be a community well. Choose building plan. All right, let's do a lumber yard. All right, let's make sure that's stuck. This is a common issue, and I don't consider it necessarily a bug as much as it's a side effect of the method we used for the building plan selection. Yep, it worked, even though the plaque is wrong. I recognize that building model. So it's one of the side effects for the method we used for the building plan selection in Sim Settlements is it sometimes can detect things incorrectly in your inventory, which is how it works, which is why we've switched over to that other method for building plans, skins, and foundations and such, where it will instead present you like a, here, I'll just show you because I'm losing my words. So if you go into something like this, I'm not actually going to do it, but it goes into a barter screen. So where you have everything that you can use in your inventory and you put it over there. And so that's a much better system. It's much more reliable. But unfortunately, if I switch the building plans to use that, then all of those add-on packs out there that the authors have moved on from will stop working. So I haven't switched over to that method because of that. But maybe we'll figure out a solution in the future, something similar to how we did with the mega packs. But in the meantime, it is best to double check if you're manually selecting plans, especially with something like advanced industrial where you're really counting on specific buildings. You know, maybe it doesn't matter so much with houses where it's basically just a skin change, but anything where it matters, or for example, if you want a specific shop or a specific crop, you probably want to double check and make sure that you got the right thing. All right, so we got another person moved in. I kind of like the way this looks. I don't know if I want to build another house over here yet. I do want to use some more interiors, so maybe we'll do that. Let's see here. So yeah, let's clear this space out, and we'll pop another interior in here. There's plenty of room. And then we can reclaim our bed. So this is one thing. So occasionally, and I get... Okay, we got to turn off surface snap, and let's see if place everywhere is going to behave today. And Object snap, okay, and surface snap. There we go. Best turning off surface snap if you're going to try and place interior plots in these. Anyway, so one of the common complaints I get about since Rise of the Commonwealth about these interior plots is that they will often block the doors, and there's unfortunately nothing we can really do about that because there's no great spatial detection. So there's something I could set up things where it would do rudimentary line of sight checks in like a radius around it, but it's not going to be perfect, and that's really system intensive and would only work if you're actually there in person. So it wouldn't even work with city plans, which is where it would be most valuable. So what we've done instead, and if you're not aware of this, is you can actually look anywhere where a residential or where an interior plot exists and access the ASIM sensor by hitting the options thing. So you can change the building plan then and pick one that makes more sense for that space. But I think there's enough of a little lip here. I mean, there's a chance that they build something right in this corner, but it's probably pretty unlikely. So I'm going to just let them build what they want. And if it blocks, we'll change it out, and then we'll deal with that. But I'm hoping they can sneak in right there, and there won't be anything on that corner. All right, so I think that was our seventh residential plot. So we got 5 there, the 2 interior, golden. Let's see here. Looks like, okay, our defense just dipped. And that is likely due to the industrial we just built. So let's see, what are its... Oh, it's nice and loud, that's for sure. So that's going to give us a hit on happiness. Let's look at the plaque. So yeah, we're taking a hit to defense and a hit to happiness with that. So we're going to need to, we are going to need to build some defense after all. So let me see here. So, but we did get 2 new people. We do have a second person that needs a job. So I guess another martial plot, but we're going to do some interior. I want to do, let's keep the security. Where do we want our central security? How about right in the main building over here? That seems reasonable. All right, we're going to turn this into a security office. And then this is to go with our little armory over here. That makes sense to me. Get this stuff out of the way. And let's build ourselves an interior martial plot. So the way I've envisioned, I guess we'll put it against this wall. It'll be cleaner. The way I've envisioned the interior martial plots, and I think for the most part the add-on packs kind of follow the same pattern as these are more like offices that represent security as opposed to actual defendable structures like the exterior ones where they're meant to be almost guard posts or things of that nature. Instead, hey buddy, you just appeared in front of me. Instead, these are just like little offices that people can set up things. Like the base one that comes with Sim Settlements is just like, you know, where you might put a sheriff or a security guard or something to kind of monitor the situation. There, that fits in real nicely. We actually designed this plot size for the interior based around looking at all the different buildings that are in the vanilla settlements and trying to figure out a size that would work for a large majority of them. And then it just so happened that size fit into exactly half of a 2x2 plot. So it just kind of worked out nicely. And we wanted to do that based on research instead of just arbitrarily, like the initial plot size. For those of you who are real old hands at Sim Settlements, you probably are wondering what kind of crack I was smoking when I designed the original plot size, because it was very bizarre. Here, let me show you approximately what it looked like. It was, because they're not enabled anymore as of the 4.0 patch. You can't even get access to them. But essentially, they would look like, it would be something like, where's the small floor pieces? This is how stupid they were. They were like, I got to even turn off snapping to show you. I think they were something like this big. So it was like, this is the size of a plot. Very weird and bizarre, completely hard. It may be a little bigger than that. That might be exaggerating, but there were some bizarre, like they didn't make any sense with the assets. They were just very, very poorly thought out, unfortunately. And so I wanted to make sure we didn't make that mistake with the residential plot or the interior plot. So we spent a lot of time researching that. Actually, I shouldn't say I should give props to Wood Fuzzy and Crazy Horse, 2 of our testers who have been on the team for damn near forever, and they did the legwork on that and measured all the buildings and got back to me with valuable feedback on that. So mad props to them. Let's see whose plot we have here. We got some hobo living by Uit. The hobo plots are very, very tiny and compact, so that's actually probably perfect for this since we don't want that door to be blocked. All right, let's see here. So I think we're in pretty good shape there. The defense should go up in a moment. We've got 8 beds because one of them is my personal bed. Okay, we've got to just wait for one more person to be assigned there. Oh, you know what? I'm going to clean up all this vanilla food over here so nobody gets assigned to that. I actually should use Workshop Framework and just turn off vanilla auto assignment. I swear that alone was one of the biggest reasons that I created Workshop Framework, was the ability to turn off the vanilla assignment thing because it's such a pain in the butt for Sim Settlements to be fighting with the workshop scripts for. So if you find that Sim Settlements is having assignment issues, just popping into the workshop framework settings and turning off auto assignment might give you a much better experience. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do that. And for those of you who are on Xbox, you can do that through the workshop framework holotape, which you can spawn at the crafting station. So where is that? Assignment off, off, off. We will take care of assignment. Thank you. I actually just want Sim Settlements to take care of assignment. I'm not going to do. I want to do as little as possible. Let's see here. All right, so we're just waiting for that defense plot, and then I think we're in good shape. So we got plenty of food, plenty of water for now. So we've got 10 water. The agricultural plots are reducing theirs. This guy is producing us 10. These do take a little while to upgrade. So actually, let's, while we're waiting for that defense thing to get taken care of, let me show you guys how these plots work, because they're a little more complex than the traditional plots. These are meant to be a little more hands-on. And what you do for the upgrading is you can use the stockpile. So by default, any plot will take about 5 days to hit level 1, and then 10 more days after that to hit, 5 days to hit level 2, and then 10 days after that to hit level 3. So the soonest you can get a plot to level 3 is about 15 days. Unless you turn realistic build times on, then it's more like 20 days or so, because the actual time it takes for each of the building and levels is actually added onto that. But with the advanced industrial, if you don't support them some resources, they will take double that time. So it can take about 30 days to get them upgraded. Well, we don't want to wait that long. So there are a lot of pop-up messages that come up with the advanced industrial stuff, where it kind of tries to teach you how it works. Now here it looks like we had a little issue come up. So what will happen is after you first build a particular plot, it will dump some resources into the plot container, which you can access through the stockpile. And those resources are just showing you what stuff you should be donating in order to improve that building, to help it upgrade faster. Now, my guess is what happened is originally this was an iron mine, and likely it got to the stage where it was dumping its resources in before it too soon. So that's likely just a little bug in Industrial Revolution. It's supposed to not dump this stuff in until after it reaches level 1. Clearly, it went too early, so we get some free ore out of it. Unfortunately, that is a bug that means that there's probably an exploit where you could just force a plot to keep generating resources by changing its building plan. We're not going to take advantage of that. But in this case, so this one's looking for dirty water to upgrade. So like whatever you find in this plot container, that's telling you what you should be adding to it. So I think I have some, but I've been dumping all of my crazy amounts of food stores back in a little building by my bed. So we're gonna run over there and see if we got any dirty water there. But yeah, that's how you determine what you should dump in. And you can go excessive. So if you put in too much, it will give it back. It'll give you anything extra back at the end. So after it actually does its upgrade. So for example, we're going to go to the lumber plot and we're going to dump a bunch of wood in. And if we dump in too much, it's okay, because then once it upgrades, it will just, any of that excess wood it didn't need toward the upgrade, it will dump back into the workshop so that we have access to it again. So there's no harm in going excessive on this. So we're going to access the stockpile, find our dirty water, and we'll drop that in there. Now it takes quite a bit, so like I probably need to get like to 100 dirty water or something like that in here, so it's going to take me a while to find all that, since dirty water is not exactly plentiful. But one of the places you can grab stuff and it will actually, the plots actually generate stuff there, is your workbench. So like just having a lot of water, that's just part of the default workshop mechanics, is that it will dump excess water you're creating into your settlement. So it will create purified water, but so like the water you're generating. So for example, this water number up here, so 10. So basically the vanilla mechanics of workshops will make it so that since I have 10 water and only 7 people, it's going to drop 3 extra water into my workbench every day, and that's going to be purified water. But the actual community well and watershed over there, those will actually generate dirty water, and it will put some of it into the workbench. So every day, if you go check in there, you can find some more stuff you can grab to help speed up those upgrades if you want to get involved. Now, like I said, it's if you want to get involved. Obviously, that would be really tedious if you had to do it. You don't have to. It will upgrade eventually on its own. It just takes a little longer. So it's kind of like if you want to get hands-on, that was kind of one of the ideas behind Industrial Revolution. It was just a small subset of the plots that could be fun to get involved with on an individual level. So, and yeah, see, this one had the same problem. So it definitely looks like as soon as the building plan is getting assigned, it is generating the resources. So that's a bug. So that'll go on my list to probably do a bug hunt video for you guys. So we'll get this sorted out, because it definitely should not be dumping this stuff in, because that makes it confusing about what you should be donating. Like, clearly we want to be donating wood to Stockpile on a lumberyard and not water. So we'll, but now we got one more dirty water we can go drop off in our other plot. So let's go down to our wood. And we might have to go, yeah, we're going to have to scrap some stuff down in order to find some more wood. It will actually take stuff that has it in it. So for example, if we have, so if you look in the center of your screen, it shows the thing. So if I put in, for example, this toy car, that will count as wood when it comes down to it. And it will scrap it and it will return all the extra. So I can actually do that. Alternatively, you can scrap all these things down to their components. I believe, I'm trying to remember where you do that. If you do that at Workbench, or if that was a mod that adds that. But if you were to scrap these down to their components, you can just put the components in instead. So you've got options. I'm going to just go ahead and drop the junk in, mostly just because now I'm curious, now that I see that there's one bug with the Advanced Industrial Plots. I want to test if there's another one with this type of thing, because I do not like these little nuisance bugs, because they tend to piss off players for long periods of time, and half the time they don't get reported. I'm betting some of you already reported that one like six to 8 months ago, and I just missed it, and I apologize for that. It's keeping up with the bug reports for a mod this big is very challenging, just because there's so many people who are new to the mod who end up reporting things as bugs that are they just haven't learned the mod yet. And, you know, understandable. It's hard to keep track. You know, I don't expect everybody to learn every nuance of this monster of a mod and determine what is what. I mean, any of you who are willing to take the time, it makes everyone's lives easier, and it's more likely that I get fixes out. But I understand that some of you, you know, you're just trying to learn, and if something seems broken, you know, you report it. So that just makes it so that the bug report page ends up being pretty hard for me to keep in check, and so you'll end up with certain problems that go under the radar, like that one, but we'll get them fixed in the long term. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. All right, so we got loads of wood now, way more than we probably need, but like I said, we'll get it all back eventually. And access stockpile, go to our junk, and I'm going to assume 250 is enough. Like that's the more than it could ever use, so we'll give it 250. We've already given it a bunch, so we'll do it 240, and that should be plenty, because it will generate some every day. And the soonest that it can upgrade is 5 days anyway, so that should be enough to ensure that one upgrades in 5 days. And we've given it power, because we actually want our industrial stuff to upgrade, because we're trying to go through the tech tree. So I'm not in a hurry to have my other stuff upgrade, just because I don't want to keep putting all that pressure on my resources while I have such a small population. I would like to see my Marshall plots upgrade, though, I think, just because they're pretty much all upside. Like, there's not a detriment to that. So actually, on that note, let's go power those up, because unlike, so the most plots, like the agricultural, the commercial, industrial, the residential, I think, yeah, basically everything but Marshall will have some sort of penalty as it levels up. Marshall is pretty much all upside. It does require more power as they level up, but other than that, there are no downsides to letting those upgrade. So I think I'm going to let those ones upgrade ASAP, and we'll go ahead and leave the snap off and kind of nudge that into the hill a little bit there. So letting the Marshall plots upgrade is probably a good idea, just to keep ahead of the defense needs. And some of you might be wondering, in all my explanations of the videos I've been doing lately about talking about residential plots and like keeping upgrades locked down, you might be wondering, well, why bother with residential upgrades? Well, that's why the default options is that in the default options of Sim Settlements, commercial plots are tied to the success of your residential plots. Otherwise, you're right, you would have no reason to upgrade your residential. It would be all downside other than the visual aspect. But if you want to get access to those higher tier merchants, you need to have residents who can afford those higher tier merchants. And like our levels in the residential plots are kind of representative of how successful your settlers are. So your commercial plots will only upgrade if a certain number of higher level residential exists. So at the start, to get level 1 commercial, you need to have at least 5 level 1 residential plots. I'm sorry, level 1 commercial. And then to get level 2 commercial, you have to have at least 8 level 2 residential. So it's all kind of tied together. There's a lot of tie-ins with different plot types. And if you're curious about all the details on that, I've been making a lot of tutorial videos. Those come out every Monday, teaching a lot more of the mechanics. And there's a whole playlist on my YouTube channel you can go check out if you want to learn more of that stuff in depth. Obviously, I'm going to keep covering it in these videos as well as I come across it. But it's like an information dump. There's like probably 15 or 16 videos so far, and there'll be lots more in time. Because I'm sure by the time I get through all of the different features of Sim Settlements covering in those tutorials, either we'll have a massive patch that overhauls something and I'll have to redo them, or you guys will think of more questions that I need to answer. So. All right, so I think we're in pretty good shape here. So defense, it still looks like somebody never got assigned to this guy. So my bet is somebody got assigned actually to like a vanilla crop that I missed. So we're going to solve that with a little tool here, the town meeting gavel. So gather around, everybody. Let's find out what everybody's doing. Yeah, I need somebody to become my security officer. Oh, and Mr. Policeman, you're looking like a prime target here. Like, you two are on that. Let's see. What do we got? What are you working? You got nothing. That icon means nothing. So that icon could mean recreational, but because I don't have any recreational, I'm gonna assume she's got nothing going on. So we're gonna go ahead and get her assigned in here. So the reason she has any assignment is because the residential count. Now, Sim Settlements will dual assign with a residential and a job, but occasionally, depending on what kind of things were going on in the background, or what kind of data was loaded at the time, she may have mistakenly been flagged as owning a job plot. This is why this town meeting gavel is so damn powerful. So not only can you lure them all over to follow you around, you can also do this time for reassignment thing, which will attempt to fix all the assignment issues that Fallout 4 can cause. So that's a really cool tool. Oh, it looks like we've got a couple people that need hats. Let's see here.
I'd like to trade some items.
Need to trade some items with you. Let me see if I got a cool hat for you. I know I have that. I got the baseball cap. That's okay. It's not great. I have another sea captain's hat, but you don't look like a sea captain. But what I might do is hold on. Where's our police officer? Hey, buddy.
I just want to trade a few things.
Of course.
Yeah, we're gonna you're gonna becoming a fellow sea captain with our with Jenkins, and we're gonna take your police hat and we're gonna give it over to our new security guard. What do you think about that? I don't care what you think. It's happening.
Sure.
Hats for days. Where you at? Where you at? And it looked like there was another person there who was lacking a hat. You got goggles on your head. That doesn't count though. We need a proper hat up there. We'll just give you this baseball cap as a placeholder. There's much cooler hats in this game. In fact, you get to wear both. That's awesome looking. I don't know what mod does that, but I like that. That is sweet. I'm jealous of your look now. Okay, well now the baseball cap gets to stay because it's got some cool goggles on top of it. All right, let's poke our head in here and see what we got. Ooh, I've never seen this one before, but I'm gonna bet this is from Captain Coots because he loves his text in custom fonts. Oh, there's a prisoner in there. Well, that's awesome. I've never seen this one. All right, let's see here. Look at plot. Yep, Captain Coots, compact prison cell. That's fantastic. A little raider in there. Maybe I'll bust you out when I get into more raider mode. That'll be our long-term plan. We'll is this? No, that's not. That's part of the plot. I was thinking it was something left over there. Maybe long-term we will we'll bust you out of here as the final episode of this character. We'll get in here and attack this with Jammer and company. Oh, and we have another martial plot here that we can safely power up. So, but I am stretching myself thin on these generators. Let's run some power here. So this is with an interior plot. You just have to have it. You don't have a direct connector. You just set it up with the proximity power. So just having power nearby. So we'll bust into our power pole selection here, and we'll string some along because the vanilla ones you get with the workshop, those two are not my favorites. I like these more telephone pole looking things, so that's why we stuck them in Sim Settlements. They're a fun little option. What do we want to use here? We'll use these ones. Let's see. I'm curious how far along power lines actually goes. Whoops, I missed. What did I do there? You come here. The riveting gameplay of watching somebody manipulate this power system. What did I do? I created a broken power thing. Here we go. Oh, it's probably because of good old place everywhere, allowing me to do silly stuff. All right, now let's see. Can this thing go to insane distances? You might be able to, but yeah, let's not do that. That's too much. That's abusing your power. All right, we'll do this. How about that? How does that work? Does that look nice? Yeah, there we go. And that should be good. You can borrow some of their gas power over here. Actually, you know what I like? I like doing it the other way. Let's tighten let's pull the generator in where it's safe out of gunfire range. You have a little backyard power area here. That seems nice. And then this guy ought to still be powered as long as the power system's working correctly. Bam, there we go. And look at all that defense now. 25 defense. We are fully loaded. We are ready to get some martial plot upgrades now. And given how much time has passed, the fact that these have already upgraded, I would not be shocked if our first martial plot over there and this one back here don't upgrade the next time. For next episode, I would not be shocked by that. It's time for the add-on of the week. This week's add-on is Creations by Coots, which is easily one of the most diverse add-ons available for Sim Settlements. It has all sorts of different stuff in it, from the expected plot building plans. He's got interior and exterior. He's got some unique commercial plans and some special martial plots that are designed to be paired together. And most unique, I think, about his are the fact that he's got these custom city planners desks. There's all sorts of options. The ones I'm showing you here are just a taste, as he's got a ton more available. You can unlock all sorts of stuff either by quests in the game or through his holotape, so definitely check into that. And he's also got leaders, so if you're looking for more settlement leaders to run your city plans for Rise of the Commonwealth, Captain Coots has got you covered. So definitely check out Creations by Coots. Oh, I decided I wasn't ready to stop killing bad guys, so we're going to go kill Tower Tom right now. That's just got to happen. Oh, we've got some improvements on our farm. Right on. Getting some upgrades already. That's exciting. Who are you? An adventurer. You want to hang out, bro? Hey, bud, give me all your caps. No? I don't know. You didn't catch on from my shoulder plaids, but I'm a raider. So give me your 13 caps. Beantown Brewery. We made it.
I'm there now. What do you think?
What do you think? I think you and Jim have got a date. Oh, good block. I'll give you props for that. Oh, you're just bare fisting it. Oh, well, you got one less fist to work with. Oh, I can't peek around the corner and just go, hey. You made a mistake. You got distracted by my armored dog. I heard somebody. Oh, there he is. Charge! You're not Tower Tom, are you? Nope, you're fake jammer. I recognize your face. Hey, Tom. Good morning. Oh, brutal. Ooh, little red axe, bunch of empty bottles. Picket fences. Build picket fencing. That guy was into some weird stuff. That's the mags he's sleeping with. Oh, we got one of our brewmaster recipes. So for those of you who don't know, this is part of, these are hidden all over the game world. These are from Industrial Revolution. And if you build a community well, or the one we actually built, you can upgrade to a brewery. So maybe I'll do that next as the first upgrade to the water plot when it's available, is we'll make a brewery and we'll start brewing some of these beers. So yeah, we're definitely taking that recipe. It's endorsement time. Hopefully this time I will actually record the video properly and you guys can see that I give these thumbs up. But this week we had a few more mods. I want to give those thumbs up. And as always, the whole point of this section is just to remind you guys to give some props out to those mod authors you love, because this is their fuel. This is all they get. They get no money. They're just doing it for the likes. So tossing them a thumbs up, especially if you're using Vortex, is so damn easy. But I'm going to give a couple out today. So the first one is an odd one for me to give because I couldn't get it working, but I love the concept of it. It's so simple, and it makes part of the game, I thought, immersive, and that is a manual for turrets. But since someone of you recommended it to me, I'm sure the fault of it not working is mine, so we'll get that sorted for next time, so we're going to give that a thumbs up. Obviously, we've got to give Recruitable Settlers, since that's mod of the week, so let's scroll down here and find that. Oh, and it's got 2 files. We'll give them both a thumbs up. I didn't even know you could do that. There you go, Recruitable Settlers. And there was one other I had in mind. Let's see if I can find the thing. Making great content. There it is. Commonwealth Scavers. So the Scavers mod was one that I had installed and completely forgot about, and it is the one that was adding those grave robbers that we kept running into last week when I was getting my butt kicked at Federal Ration Stockpile. So cool armor. Love it. And it's definitely perfect for my Raider character I'm working on right now, so we're going to give that guy the thumbs up. So once again, don't forget to endorse and comment on your favorite mods. The mod authors will very, very much appreciate that little bit of time you spend to tell them you love them. Yeah, here's where things get wild and crazy. Okay, so this is where, after this, you find out that it's time to start taking on settlements, which I'm not quite ready to do yet. So we're going to say later.
Talk later.
Way to kill the momentum. Whatever. Your call.
Yeah, momentum had to be killed, buddy. We've got settlements to build. And once again, I want to remind everybody, please keep those mod suggestions coming. You guys are crushing it. I have found some treasures I never knew existed, and I bet there's a lot more you guys know about that I have not touched yet. So check out the mod list below, and then post comments with any mods I'm missing. Limit yourself, please, to 1 mod suggestion per video, so we give everybody a chance to share their favorite mods, and just to make sure you include a Nexus link so I know where to download it. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you next week.